Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Codex Podcast. We're back. We are in the pre-show. As usual, I'm your host, Sonny Kruger. I'm joined by my usual co-hosts, the one and only Ric Flair of comic books himself, Uncle Gary.
Woo! Woo!
And the Wrangler of Uncle Gary, Mighty Mike.
That's not a woo. That's a whoa.
It's a whoa.
Whoa. That's a tough job. And
yeah,
it takes both of us to be the wrangler of Chris.
That's true.
There you go. At some point, Chris will be jumping on today. And today, we will be reviewing
The main man,
Lobo, Paramilitary Christmas Special.
I got it in here.
Nice.
Look, this one has a little special something.
Somebody draw.
So we draw a special picture in there.
To Gary, Simon
Nice.
Nice.
So that's the trade paperback. So that one has like multiple stories in there, right?
Yeah. I got to, but since it had his sig, I brought it. I got to meet him and talk to him, and he enjoyed the hell out of this book that we're going to review.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So perfect time. So I mean, we'll get to it more when we actually jump on it. But this story I've been wanting to review. We'll finally review it. Look at that. We've already got people in the comments. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce.
And we got Richard there saying, hey, guys. So hello.
Richard.
Here.
Hello, Richard. Hello, Booze.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, I like that.
So glad to have everybody joining us. Yes, we'll make sure, we've been gone for a couple weeks. So last week, nobody was really able to make it. I got a job. I got one of those regular people jobs. So,
What?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Wow.
For a little bit of time, You
know
the
what?
Holidays.
It's
I don't have a Lobo shirt, but I got
a sloth. Is that a sloth?
a sloth shirt.
Nice.
Wow, that'll go good with your job. Why are you moving so slow? Sloth.
Oh,
It's
Sunny
Sunny.
very fast.
wait.
What? Was it Reverend Jim? Remember the taxi scene? Slow down. What are you doing? You see a yellow.
Slow down.
Yeah.
What does a yellow light mean?
That's what it was.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking that when I see a yellow light. Next time I see it, I'm going to think about that. Yeah.
Slow
Jobs. Yeah. So doing that. But then obviously before that, we were getting ready for Thanksgiving. So everyone's kind of got the holidays coming up. And then.
Do you help anybody stuff their bird, Sonny?
No, I didn't help anybody stuff any birds. I just went and I ate.
You ate the bird? You didn't stuff the bird?
No.
Stuffing the bird is a lot of fun.
It's true.
Maybe we'll do it. Maybe years from now I'll do that.
Maybe years from now.
But Richard comes in saying he's coming for Variant Insanity. It's a TMNT 26 variants.
Was there a Turtles book today? I don't know that there was. Yeah.
So I'll just say there was. I won't. We'll get onto it, but I'll just say there was TMNT. There's quite a few comics that came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Richard also says, true, Codex is the best comic YouTube channel. Agreed. Right.
Agreed.
And also, true, comics make you strong.
They do.
Strong, baby. Look at that. All that's
like
comics, baby. Strong like bull. 61 years old, strong like bull. Because reading comics.
Yeah. Full of bull, too.
What'd you say?
Full of bull, too.
Full of bull. Absolutely. Yeah. Strong like bull, smell like bull.
Smell like bull.
Smell like bull.
Well, hey, everything smells the same to me, so.
And that smell is victory.
You tell me it's victory. It smells like bull. It smells like a cinnamon toast crunch, roses, anything. I'm like,
Yeah. Is your sniffer broken?
It just never worked.
It's never worked.
I breathe through it though. I can breathe.
Got it shot off in the war.
Yeah. So
you got it ripped off in one of those English hooligan soccer tournaments he was at.
Yeah.
I think it was a toy. I think maybe a toy fell on my nose.
A toy fell in. You know what?
I took revenge.
You don't have any Lobo toys. That's because you're afraid they'd kick your ass when you went to mutilate them.
Now another thing you can get me for Christmas is a Lobo toy. That shirt. I like that shirt. That's a cool shirt you got on.
This shirt came from that fella right there. He got me the main man shirt. Yes, he did.
Nice.
That came from Mighty Mike Harbor.
I was appreciative that you got me this classic comic, so
There you go.
I'm happy with that.
I just gifted one of those to Mr. Schwartzlander, who had never read it, and it it made him a fan, just like that.
It's a fan of the main man.
Fan of the main man. I think you always liked the main man, but you just hadn't read that story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not Christmas now until you do.
Yeah.
So now we're all ready. Yeah. Hey, look at that. In 2 weeks from now, it's Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down and read it to the kiddies.
Yeah. You got to read it to the kiddies. It's a cautionary tale.
Yeah. Let's see. Bruce is a deviated symptom from the snowy disco days. I was not around there back then.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, really.
That's pretty funny. He was playing in the snow. Wow.
Richard said, I condone Sonny destroying Lobo toys.
You know what? Richard has a Lobo. You know, this guy sucks, right? Right, Richard?
You know, I will say, Richard, now that you mentioned that, I was looking for a random panel. Random panel this week goes to Batman and some of his needs, but I was originally going to look for a Lobo one, and I saw this horrible panel of Lobo kicking Dexter, and I was like, that's the one Richard hates. And now I see why.
And then later on, Lobo, Atrocitus was Dexter's, Dexter, I guess, closest friend in the Red Lantern Corps, and Atrocitus was taking up the rage for Dexter, and Lobo hit him with a big green power ring phallus.
Yes.
So it was one of the greatest moments in comic history.
Oh, I must disagree. I'm going to be Richard and disagree with that.
Well,
can't punt Dexter.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when Lobo made a big green penis to hit Atrocitus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna have to find the comic book, because if I try to look at that panel up, other things may show up online.
Listen, just Google in big green penis. What's the worst that could happen?
Hey, you remember the last time on the uncensored episode,
The Grinch,
long dong and everything, and then my internet was super messed up. So
is that what you told Maria?
yeah, you know what? I was doing research for the Codex. I swear it was all comic related.
Yeah.
Who would really believe it? And they think it really was. But we got some other stuff going on. Before we get to that review of Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special, we have a lot of comic book news. Like I said, we've been gone for a couple of weeks, so we got a lot of stuff going on. New comic books, new deals going on, teasers of trailers. We got Variant Insanity, of course. Sal did provide me with the info for last week, so I'll tell what happened last week. But then there's obviously a cover that wins this week. Also, we're going to have right or wrong. We're all going to have a few questions today, kind of up in the air with how many we have. Maybe it'll be 3, maybe it'll be 10. We'll just see. And then we have so that was right or wrong. Then we have the random panel of the week. Like I said, Batman he has some nasty, horrible needs. And then the topic of the week will be, who is the best new character in comics this year? I know who I have in mind. I don't know about anybody else. And then, of course, everybody feel free to comment.
Is it best new character? New character.
It's someone to debut.
I thought it was nude. I'm sorry. I prepared something differently. I thought it was best nude character. And
well, if you still want to mention it, some of us might want to know.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
That might be the tougher question. If I had to pick who's the newer character. For me, it was kind of an easy answer, but best nude character would be. Yeah. That'd be. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah. She's from Krypton and has a boob window.
Sounds like a powerful woman.
She is.
Powerful girl.
Powerful woman. I'd give her woman.
Yeah, I'd say woman.
Ain't no girl.
No way. All woman. And then, guys, with the holidays coming up, we'll see any traditions you like to do before Christmas comes up each year.
Well, when Mike puts his tree up, and before it can be finished, there's a certain canine companion of his that has to be wrapped in Christmas lights, or it's not Christmas.
You have to decorate the Ricky.
He's got to decorate the Ricky. Is Ricky there with you?
Ricky is there with me.
See Ricky in the bed there? When Ricky is wrapped up in Christmas lights,
if I make it bigger, maybe we'll see him.
And they're turned on, then that is when it's truly Christmas. There he is.
There he is,
Rick-
sleeping back in the back
there he
there.
is.
The Ricky is sleeping, but when Ricky is adorned with Christmas lights, then the Christmas celebration may commence.
Nice. Oh yeah, so guys, like I said, it's been a few weeks. So remember I said I got one of those regular people jobs, but before I did that, I had time to go to a comic shop. I said, let me at least get one, and then when I always look at it, I'll say, oh, this was the first day. So with that, I'll make myself bigger so that you could see Uncle Gary for a moment. And then we see the comic book I got. First one I got is Crossover, issue number 1. So not too sure how the story is. I know Jamie likes Crossover a lot, but at issue number 1 of Crossover, that's what I got. But it's mail call. I got some comic books the other day, not too long ago. I'll start with Marvel first. So before on the Codex podcast, me and Sal had reviewed Spider-Man issue number 800. Then I realized, wait a minute, it's part of a full story arc. So then the other day I got Spider-Man 799.
Very nice cover. Yeah.
And then got this X-Men cover, and we got. I'm trying to remember if
Very
this-
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did you consider X-Men, or what's it called? Exterminators or something like that? Yeah, I'll have to open it, but I haven't opened it yet. But yeah, so I got that cover, and before how we were talking about I'll get onto that in a little bit. But one more Marvel thing I got is Deadpool, Volume 8, and that is All Good Things. It's the end of the road for the merc with the mouth. So there we go. And Deadpool takes on one of my favorite X-Men villains, Omega Red, who's got a trash can on him. But now we jump onto the DC side of things. And first, let me jump on to some of the graphic novels I got. I got Final Crisis Aftermath Run.
One.
Now, in this one feature, how I first was introduced to this was finding an F-lister, which had Miss Army Knife was in here. So maybe I can find that page real quick. Oh, yeah. There we go. We got Miss Army Knife over there. Trying to get my finger to do it. So Miss Army Knife, Condiment King is right behind her. So yeah.
That's a bunch of F-listers.
Yes,
Yeah.
a team of F-listers. Okay. I got to add it to the collection. And I got this fine old comic right here. And that is DC's
nice.
finest, Batman
Mhm.
Red Skies.
Nice.
So,
That's a lot of Mandrake art in there. That's good art.
yeah, some
Good stuff.
closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I absolutely love that cover.
I do too.
Batman and Nocturna.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one I got is one of my favorite covers. As soon as I saw it, I said, I got to have it. And that is this issue of Detective Comics 1027. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
cover.
Mm-hmm.
some Lee Bermejo. And then what I love is how you get the classic, Batman and Robin in the back, how it looks so old. And then in the front, you have the classic, new style. So that is one of my favorite covers. And now it's in my collection.
Very
So
good
that's-
pickups.
Thank you. That was my mail call. And now I put this stuff back. And then I say, you guys ready to jump onto the actual show?
Let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. Let me hit the beginning. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to the actual episode of the Codex podcast. We got through the pre-show. Now we're on to the real thing. I'm your usual host, Sonny Kruger. I'm joined by my co-hosts, the Ric Flair of comic books himself, Uncle Gary,
Woo!
and the wrangler of Uncle Gary, the only one who can do it, Mighty Mike Harbor.
Good job. Nobody wants.
And he does it all. So I give him all that credit. And before in the pre-show, we were talking about some stuff like what we do for Christmas. And then I didn't see in the comments, we did have Boosh saying 25 days of Xmas horror movies. Nice. And then we had a mail call showing some Batman comic books, some X-Men, things like that. And Boosh did say, yeah, cool books, especially the Batman books.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've got some good fun reads ahead of me for the holidays. And would it really be the holidays? Would it really be winter time and close to Christmas time if people weren't reading Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special? That is what we are reviewing today. And of course, before that, we've got a whole bunch of news. We've got Veer Insanity. We've got Right or Wrong. We've got Random Panel of the Week with some Batman, and he's got some dirty, horrible needs. We've got our topic of the week, which will be who was the best new character in comics this year. And how did I forget to mention on the pre-show? The F list. Today, we've got two joining the F list. You know, they're very close friends. They're attached.
Two?
Say that's
Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Hey, they might join the F list soon. There are characters named Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
There are.
Yeah. So one day I was looking, but then I found some other characters. I said, oh, I had these. Which is just boo. Booing Lobo, not me. But trust me, hey, there's other characters. Yeah. Yeah, certainly, as he says, Lobo sucks, but we've got plenty of show before we get on to the main man.
Richard has a lot of Lobo ire.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll have to review that comic book, the one Lobo kicking Dexter, and like we were saying in the pre-show, that one where Lobo makes a giant green schlong to whack Atrocitus with.
Yeah, so what you did there, he whacked him with it. Yeah, he did. He did hit him with it. And Atrocitus thought it was an obscene gesture, and then Lobo hit him with it. And Hal Jordan said, did he just hit him with it? And Guy Gardner said, yes, he did. And Guy Gardner was very happy with what just happened.
Pleased him greatly.
Yes, admired it greatly.
Bruce says, yeah, there's a good Lobo Paramilitary Xmas special fan-made movie out there.
Yeah,
There is?
I saw it the other day, and I had even sent it to you guys.
He said I had seen it before, but yeah, it's pretty good. I think he sent it to both of us, Mike.
And our chat with the
Okay, yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, then I recommend checking it out. Mr. Keith says, you know who's great? Lobo. Yeah, back in the day when we used to do you know, one of Jamie's questions to me was who was Stan Lee's favorite DC character, and I don't know why, but I was like, the main man, Lobo. And Jamie's like, you got it right. That Stan Lee had said Lobo was his favorite DC character.
Who said Stan said that?
Really?
Yeah, that was one of Jamie's questions to me, and when I said the main man, Lobo, said I got it right. Yeah, so everybody, we got quite a bit going on. So comic book news, and I will start us off with the rundown. There's some bidding wars going on for Warner Brothers. First, Netflix came in with a bid of $82 billion. But hey, somebody outbid them.
Well, why are they shortchanging them? Come on.
Yeah.
$82 billion? That's it. Chump change.
Hey, well, Paramount Plus said, yeah, that's not much. That is chump change because they are now offering $108 billion. So there's a lot going on with that. A lot going on with the Warner Brothers.
108 is more than 82. Mike, you're our CFO, correct?
Yes. 108 more than 82.
It's more than 82.
Well, I can attest to that.
I thank you for being there because I thought it was.
Yeah, but what is it? Only like 26 billion more though.
Yeah, I mean, give or less.
Yeah.
Give or less.
Yeah, but we'll see what happens with that. And then more stuff going on with on Warner Brothers in DC is that there's a teaser trailer for Supergirl. Yeah, so that came out. Teaser trailer that tomorrow, Thursday the 11th, is the
a teaser for a teaser is called
for a teaser.
It's called a tickler.
Tickler.
A tickler.
Ooh.
Now it has an official name. There you go. You heard it here on the Codex podcast and the Codex station.
Who doesn't like a Christmas tickler?
Man, I think everyone will take it.
That'll get your tinsel untangled, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Mhm.
Straighten your tinsel.
Yeah, yes, it will. Then the little curled up elf shoes will go completely straight.
We got somebody in the comments. Look at that. Richard said he offered $25, but he was outbid.
Oh
Yeah.
man, Richard, I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, I think I may have to, try to
Richard,
outbid
did you wait
I
till
can
the
outbid
last
you on
second?
that, but I can't beat the billions yet.
Richard, did you wait till the last second, right before the auction closed, and you hit the 25, and then somebody put 108 billion in there? Yeah.
Sneaky. Maybe if you offer like $5 more, they may change their offer. Yeah, so that's what's going on with that. But also, we're talking about Supergirl. Now let's get on to Superman. And if there's some stuff going on with, Superman and Spider-Man, they have their crossover coming out next year. And there's a whole bunch of variant covers that are going to be released with it.
Bastards.
Yeah, so many. They're of course, we knew they're going to make it. We know they're going to make money off of it.
Yeah, I'm down for at least 3, probably 6. Of course, I'm getting the Black Cat Power Girl Cleavage Special. I have to have that one.
I think that one might be.
Who doesn't?
There we go. There's
There we
some
go.
of those covers right
Yeah,
there.
bottom left.
Bottom left.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So there you go. Must have.
Yeah, probably the one above it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Jim Lee one is
Yeah.
for sure. And then after that, maybe. I mean, just bastards.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool ones, but
Why is that the Kingdom Come Superman in there?
yeah, I didn't know see one of them does hit the Kingdom Come.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah, that's cool. You know,
All the different ones, yeah. One of them, Spider-Man almost looks like he's the Hulk or something, like super muscular. And it looks like the Red Sun Superman.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
Superman,
is.
Superboy Prime, and the other one.
Yeah, it sure is. Superboy Prime there. Yeah, but yeah, that is definitely the Red Sun Superman.
Yeah, there's a lot more covers coming away too. There was one cover that's not shown up there, but it was Spider-Man's punching Lex Luthor and Superman is fighting Green Goblin. I thought that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that one too.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
I think that one's going to have to be a must for me. Yeah.
And then still sticking to DC, but we get on to Batman, and that is that there's a certain actress, you might know her. Her name is Scarlett Johansson, and she's in talks. She's almost in the final talks of going to the DCU, possibly going to be in one of the Batman movies. So who she played?
Cool. She played Black Cat.
Hey, well, we'll see. Oh, she will play. I was almost wondering, will she play Poison Ivy, somebody, a redhead, but
Yeah.
we'll see what goes on with that. Also, somebody you guys know pretty well. His name is Phillip Kennedy Johnson, and he's going from DC. He's going to be exclusive with Marvel next year. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's been with both companies for a while now, but yeah, Marvel got him exclusively. So he told me that a couple months ago and said, but yeah, he said the money was good. Money was good.
Good
So
for him. Well deserved.
yeah, well deserved. He said, when you talk about taking care of your family, and they gave him a very, very sweet incentive. So
Nice.
can't blame him.
And he's having fun doing the Infernal Hulk, so.
Yeah.
First issue was pretty amazing. I got issue 2 today. I haven't read it, but issue 1 was really good. The art on that is amazingly good. There's a scene in Infernal Hulk 1 where he does this and creates a shockwave and blows a dude's brains out
Nice.
with the shockwave. I've never seen the Hulk do that, but damn.
There you go. The Hulk is on another level now.
The stuff that's floating around in Phillip Kennedy Johnson's head, that is a dangerous man. Now, you don't want to mess with a guy like that.
Nope.
Speaking of dangerous men in Marvel, the Punisher, he's going to have a new series. The Punisher's going to have a new series launch. It's going to come out February 25th, and it will be by Benjamin Piercy, who did the Punisher Red Band. So now it's going to be a full ongoing series of the Punisher, and he'll be facing off with one of his classic enemies, Jigsaw. And then, too, for all you Masters of the Universe fans, Dark Horse, they're doubling down on He-Man, the Masters of the Universe, because their series, it was called The Sword of Flaws. It was going to be a 4-issue mini, and with issue number 5, it's going to continue on, and then we'll start with the storyline, or the story arc called The Battle of Snake Mountain. So, He-Man and Masters of the Universe continues with Dark Horse. So there's a lot of stuff. Even Nicholas Hoult mentioned that he is going to be, he was looking at the script for the next Superman movie to play Lex Luthor again. So there's that. So a lot of stuff going on. Let's read some of the comments. Boo says, I hope Supergirl is more of a Lobo movie.
You know,
I wonder how Richard would feel about that.
Yeah, I'm sure Richard is not feeling that.
And then, speaking of Phillip Kennedy Johnson, Richard did say that Dan Kelly's interview with PKJ was amazing.
Well, Dan Kelly had help, Richard.
Good job, Dan Kelly. Good job, Dan Kelly.
No, Dan Kelly always does good. Dan Kelly is a great interviewer. That's right. With me, I'm just like talking to my buddy because he's a pal. So he's one of our friends. So
I can even tell the way the post when it was I saw like someone posted the article and the way you even said was not just like, oh, I'm so glad. It was like, congrats, buddy. I'm like Uncle Gary's probably met him and probably seen him like over 10 times, talked with him. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's been in my house twice.
There you go. Yeah.
For tours. Yeah. So absolutely. He classifies as a friend. Yep.
Wait, he's been to your house 2 times. Jamie and I have been friends for 20 years. Guess how many times he's been to my house?
Well, that's because he's not allowed.
0 times.
Yeah.
I think I've been, unless he's still at the same old house. Well, yeah. Yeah. And yes, you're right. He's not allowed.
So he's been to your house 0 times. How many times have you been to his house?
It depends if he's still living in that same house.
Okay. Oh, so he allowed you in and you did not reciprocate. Okay.
Well, it was living with his parents, so technically they allowed me in. But I don't. It was a long.
They didn't know better.
Many years ago. Yeah, they didn't know better. I was probably like 19 or something, so it was a long time ago.
When you left, a bunch of toys were destroyed, and you were never allowed back.
I didn't see any, so maybe I don't know if he hid them or if somebody else broke them before.
They probably had an elf on the shelf that was watching all those evil things you did to those toys.
But I know you guys like all these stories. And, hey, maybe these, when they say like you hang around, if you're like with the duck, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. One of mine and Jamie's friends, his name is Keith. He was actually how me and Jamie met each other. One time I wasn't even there, so I'm innocent. He took Jamie's little hero clicks of the Joker, and he bit the head off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nope, there's Ricky. And
hey, Ricky.
And just so you know, is he okay? Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
Okay. And just so you know, Sonny, you can keep the duck.
Keep the duck.
You can keep the duck.
What's up, big guy?
Big duck.
It's an inside joke. That's okay.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I was trying to connect. I'm like, wait,
you're talking about
what did I say?
If it does look like a duck, this like a duck.
Oh.
Like have an inside joke about it, you can keep the duck. Yeah, you can keep the duck. Ricky said he needs to be decorated. When's that tree going up?
Yeah. He's getting a little anxious.
Yeah, he's getting anxious. Santa's getting ready to come out and go on his trip and give good presents to all the good little boys and girls. So and coal to the Sonnies of the world that destroy their toys.
What can I do? One time I got coal.
It's
a prank. Okay, it's a gag gift.
I saw when I watched Rudolph, the Island of Misfit Toys wanted to go to any house but yours. So that was the only one that they did not want to go to, and you were not allowed to take them there.
No. Propaganda. Yes.
To support a male goose. Propaganda.
Quack.
Right.
But all right, guys. So let's get on to some of the other stuff. Okay, so yeah, we were chatting a bit about the covers. Saying we're going to get quite a few of those. We'll see which ones come out to be the best. But yeah.
Which ones are the breast? I can tell you which ones are the breast.
I think it's at the bottom left corner.
Bottom left corner would be the breast. Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. Right. Yeah. So I'll just come to the Punisher. Yeah, it was in the comments, and it was Bruce who said, "Yeah, the more Punisher, the better." I'm glad. I like to see the Punisher getting an ongoing series. Before there was the Red Band, it was popular, and then now an ongoing Punisher. I wonder how long it will last. Glad he has the classic logo back.
I do too.
Yeah. And then, when it comes to, let's see, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, because next year, there's still talk of the movie. So Dark Horse is going to continue on with the series. Do you guys read any He-Man?
No, I don't. I'm afraid I don't. Mike, do you?
Nope.
No. Do you remember watching any of the shows?
It was after my time as a kid.
Yeah, same here. When my first marriage, my stepson, I was getting him a lot of the figures, so I saw some of the TV show with him, but not a whole lot. I mean, I guess I knew enough to know who the main characters were. I always thought that Skeletor laughed. He was a little too girly with his laugh. I always thought.
Yeah, I think I was a little surprised too when I first saw him. Like, he has this mean, intimidating look, and I was like, oh, sounds a little different. Yeah, sounds a little different than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Now he's become a meme lord. There's a lot of memes with old Skeletor. Yeah, when I got into watching it was I believe it was 2002 or 2003, like that when I watched, because it was when I was younger. Like, oh, okay, this is new, it's coming out, so that's what got me into He-Man. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'd like to see a movie. There's a one from the 80s that was nothing like the cartoon or anything, so it'd be nice to have a movie that's at least pretty similar to it in the style of it. And Mr. Keith says, check out the Masters of the Universe movie starring Courtney Cox. That's the one I try to avoid.
Why?
Because it's not so much. It's very different from just the cartoon and the comics and everything. Yeah, maybe one day I'll have to force myself, just say, sit down, and just give it a watch the whole thing, and then move on.
That's where she gets up on stage and dances with He-Man. Is that what that one is?
Yeah, He-Man pulled her out. And they're
pulls her out of the crowd.
Dancers in the dark, dancing in the dark,
they dance
right?
in the dark together.
Yeah.
See, when I
was
spoiled the movie,
and that was the Born in the Eternia album, right?
Yes.
Now you spoiled the movie for me.
Sorry about that.
So sorry about that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Spoilers for the He-Man movie that came out in the 80s. He-Man's a singer. He pulls Courtney Cox on stage and they dance.
That album won a bunch of Grammys, so.
But did it get him into Grayskull? And Richard says today, he says, I like Dark Horse Comics, so I wonder, maybe they can do some cool things. Like I said, so that old story arc of the Sword of Flaws, and then issue number 4, and then issue number 5 starts the new story arc of the Battle of Snake Mountain. Yeah. Well, one might say that first movie was so off of being comic accurate that it was insane.
Ooh.
So that brings us
I see what you're doing there.
Bringing us to Variant Insanity. Okay, it's time for Variant Insanity. But last week, we weren't here, and Sal the Slab Guy still provided us with the info. So the comic book last week that had the most variants was
15, and it was Vampirella.
Yes, that is correct. It was 15 covers, and it was Vampirella.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that cover. What did you say earlier, Uncle Gary, when you said the nude cover, the best nude?
The best nude character? Yeah,
best nude character. Wow.
She's as close to nude as you can get, I guess, for costume-wise.
Yeah, so there you go. Vampirella going up, wanting that award for best nude character. Okay, so now we'll get off of that, and we move on to this
We're
week.
going to get off on that? What?
Oh, no kink shaming here on the Codex Station.
No, we never kink shame here.
That's right.
I just heard that we were going to get off on that, so
on what that?
I didn't sound like marching orders.
Okay, we will be moving on. We'll calm ourselves down, and we will move on. Hands visible. That. All right. All right. So now you know how it goes, everybody. Which comic book do you think had the most covers this week?
All right. I'm going to say Well, now when we do these, this is taking in all the variants that are store specials and all that too, right?
It should be, yes. Sales one provides the info, so it should be the.
I'm going to say the Wonder Woman Lobo. KO.
Okay.
I'm going to say Absolute Batman.
Absolute Batman.
It's a good guess.
Earlier, Richard came in with TMNT, saying 26 variants. Okay, everybody. Giving you a little bit of time. I know sometimes a stinking commercial may pop up, may be a little behind. So I'll give you a little bit of time to guess as to what comic book had the most variants this week. I'll give you the 10, and the 9, and the 8, and the 7, and the 6, and the 5, and the 4, and the 3. Mr. Keith says Absolute Batman, so he's going along with you. Anyway,
Keith.
2, 1. The comic book this week that had the most variants was, what was it, Mike?
Absolute Batman?
That is correct.
Oh, nice job.
Score, direct hit.
Yes, so Absolute Batman number 15 had the most variants this week.
That's a disturbing cover.
That is quite foul.
Man, yeah, the Joker looks definitely a bit different in Absolute Batman.
Looks like Killer Croc does a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No problem. But so Mighty Mike and Mr. Keith both had Absolute Batman. But now, can anybody guess as to how many covers this had?
I'm gonna say 20.
Mighty Mike is going with 20. Mr. Keith going with 24.
18.
So I'll give you again with the countdown, everybody. Feel free to get involved. Even if this is old and we've already passed the time, feel free to comment what you think. Have some fun. With the 10 and the 9, 8, the 7, the 6, the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. And Mike, you are on fire because it has 20 covers.
Wow.
Yes.
You have time to get a lottery ticket?
I think so. Can I do that online?
Yeah, go get your lottery ticket.
I'm sure there's some way. Yeah, so there you go. Absolute Batman issue number 15 has 20 covers this week.
Wow.
Look at you.
Not only called the book right, but the number right.
Wow.
I mean, we're gonna have to check his phone log to see if he's been talking to Sal today.
Richard says, strange, DC hasn't won variant insanity for a while. Yeah, it's been
a while.
Yeah.
Well, you know what happened is Dynamite got regulated to 15 copies, I think, on most of their stuff now. So yeah. I think that is that has done it.
Yeah, and certainly like you said, 15 covers, because last week's cover, in case you didn't see, that Vampirella actually did have 15 covers.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, down to 15. And here's a little more info about the Absolute Batman. Yeah, there you go. The writer Scott Snyder. The artist was Jock, it says, and the cover artist was Nick Dragata.
So he's a great artist. Do you ever have an itch to want to get his work? You don't have a jock itch?
No. No, but I don't know, after seeing this.
Oh, Mike's taking it off. Now he's gotten hot and bothered.
Get it hot in here.
Sexy. All right.
Was it for
the party?
Was it for that cover or for that one?
It was that one right there.
I think it was the Joker cover. I think that's what got him hot and bothered.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
naked lizard Joker.
Naked lizard Joker.
Naked lizard Joker. Naked lizard Joker. Yeah.
Okay. No kink shaming here, right? Not even if it's Human Torch and
a centipede.
It's a centipede girlfriend.
So wrong. I am traumatized after reading that book.
Yeah, really.
We were getting a spammer in the comments, so I just had to block them and get them out of here.
No spam unless it's in a can.
Send Lobo to him. Yeah.
Pay him a visit.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there is our variant insanity. Thank you, Sale the Cyber Guy, for always providing that info to us. Always so many comic books to get in so many covers. So, right or wrong, let's just jump in with however many we feel like having on to the show today. Who would anybody
I'll
want to go
start
first?
first. I'll
Okay,
start
Mike.
first. I think Lobo needs his own animated series.
Everybody but Richard might say right. You know
Even
who,
Richard may say right.
you know who voiced him on the Superman animated series when he appeared?
Yeah.
The guy that played Ray Romano's brother.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
On Everybody Loves Raymond. Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett.
I was thinking like something Garrett. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg.
And he was great. He was great as the main man.
Did he say bastard a lot?
I don't know if he said bastards. He called himself the main man a lot and spoke a lot in the third person. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, so I say right. Yes, Lobo have an animated series would be awesome. I'll be fine with a live action series, animated series. Sometimes animated, you could actually even do a little more. At least now, it's not so uncommon to have adult comic book or adult series based on comic books, whereas you can kind of just go completely out of the ordinary. You can have it in space, you can have the ultra violence, all that stuff. Richard disagrees. He says wrong.
Oh, Richard.
Mr. Keith says true. Seriously, there's a lot you can do with him as a action comedy in space.
Exactly.
Put Space Cabbie in there. All these other great DC
Space Dolphins.
Space Dolphins. Richard's going to die on that hill.
Yeah.
He's going to die on that hill.
Well, in the animated series, you could definitely have a good fight with him and Atrocitus.
Yeah.
So I heard.
Play that whole series out there.
There you go. All right. Well,
so my second question is second statement is Absolute Batman may be one of the best series of 2025.
I think it's been inventive. I think it's been pretty cool. I think we're right.
From what I've read, I mean, it's not like I've been reading so much from this year, but from those I have read, and I have read some of Absolute Batman, I will say right. It's one of the best comic books this year. Okay. How about you? Any statements?
Yeah, I'll keep riding the Lobo train. I think Lobo will be the breakout star of the Supergirl movie.
I could see that. I could see an immediate sequel with a Lobo in it,
or a Lobo feature.
Lobo feature.
Mm-hmm. I think Jason Momoa as Lobo will be the breakout star of the Supergirl movie.
Yeah,
I'm going to say right because Supergirl is going to be huge, but I could see Lobo being big, and even one of Lobo's biggest haters, Richard.
Richard said right on that. That's probably because Momoa. He's probably giving Momoa.
Nope.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was that's on me. That was for number 2. That was for Mike. It was for your game about Batman. Yeah, and Mr. Keith too. Yeah, I haven't read it.
He's Sonny set Richard up. Made it seem like Richard agreed with a Lobo comment. We got everybody all surprised.
My apologies, Richard. I was trying to do this, and then I looked, and then I saw it, and then I was like, oh wait. Well, at least you had the 2 next to it. Okay.
All right. So speaking of features, Redcoat has been the rights have been bought to it. If Redcoat has the potential to be one of the best comic, best comics adapted into cinematic glory ever.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it could be. It's got potential.
Mm-hmm.
It's very reminiscent of like the Highlander, where he's going through time and stuff like that.
All right, I'm not too familiar with it, but I take what you guys say seriously. I like your comic book wisdom, so I'm going to say right. Yeah. All right. And Richard did say true for that one. So for number 4, he says true for that one.
Okay, nice.
But he said number 3, right, Lobo does suck.
You know what? I want to revise it. Number 2, Lobo sucks. Lobo sucks.
But when he said number 2, he said number 2, he said right. For all right, yeah. All right, then. So now I'll get on to one. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
I'm keeping it Lobo style.
Okay.
Keeping it with the main man. And I say, my statement is that the 2002 fan film Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special is certainly worth a watch.
I'll take your word for it. I haven't seen it yet, but what I've heard from you guys, that it's really good.
Yeah, it was good. So
And I say right. And yeah, that was something how earlier we saw in the comments that it was mentioned. Yeah. When Booge had said it. And guess what? I have another quick statement for everybody.
Uh-oh.
Chris Schwartzlander should jump onto this show.
Yes, he should.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
No. Okay.
he's trying to jump on.
He's trying.
The eyes. He's been marked out.
There we go. And
There he is.
there he is.
There he is.
King of the genital cuff.
I thought I still had time.
If you want, I felt like
Always time.
I feel like you can let
I
you
was
take a little more
napping.
time off if you want, but hey,
He was napping. You know what?
I took a nap.
He's on sports time.
Yeah.
You know what? I didn't even. I was betting the over under that he would come here at the last 10 minutes. So he's made it. He's done better than I thought.
I took a nap. It was good. It was
Yep.
a good nap.
Hey, naps are
I
always
slept
good.
like a baby. You know, I shit myself in the beginning and then I cried the whole time. But
There you go. That's how
like
you
a
sleep.
baby.
I figured you were in with a diaper and sucking on your passy. That's what I thought.
No.
well, everybody, Chris, welcome to the show. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to
Codex
be here.
Podcast.
It's an honor.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. Since we have you in the chat now, I'm always getting these warnings about you. So here we go.
Chris,
I would have you jump on.
rotate your camera so Sonny can't see your toys because he will break them with his eyes. Yeah. Don't let him. And he'll get all
seeing
excited. Don't let him.
I'm already seeing them.
Don't let him see those toys. Oh my
There you
god.
go.
There's a cool set you got there. Yeah.
Sonny's just fantasizing right now how he can come to your house and break all your toys.
Don't sneak in. Don't sneak in, Sonny. It's like the reverse Santa Claus. He's going to sneak in and break all my shit.
I swear I'll be good.
Merry Christmas.
And I'll be better than Lobo was.
Sonny, if you break into his house, you better be wearing Kevlar.
It's not going to be good.
Yeah, not unless you're looking for ventilation, my friend.
Unless you scream like, "I'm Sonny, please don't shoot me. I'm Sonny, please don't."
Well, is that an enticement to shoot though?
Hey, no way.
It depends on how the day's going.
Depends on the
Depends
day.
if Kelly's there with the guns or not.
Yeah.
Well, I'd hope you wouldn't want.
I do have a gun in every room.
I'd come in peace.
Wow, he's got a gun in every room.
I do. 2 in the bathroom.
Yeah, listen, that's the one room you don't need a weapon. You're already weaponizing that.
Aren't you already dropping some bombs in there?
There you go.
It's already a hazmat situation. You don't need a weapon in there. Jesus Christ.
And Chris,
What's he throwing at us?
use what you got to do,
down,
right?
Get down.
No. Use
Incoming.
what you got.
Please flush it. Make it outgoing.
Sometimes they don't flush. Sometimes.
It's the only show that I can do without pants on.
Yeah. Oh, see, there you go. See, Sonny, already your show has just been maimed for life.
I thought pants were optional.
Always.
No kink shaming here. So there you go.
No kink shaming. Just
Chris-
don't stand up for God's sake.
Well, okay, so if you start to stand up, I'll have to quickly take you out.
Did you see the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels quote under me?
Rupert, do you want the genital cuff?
Well, it's a perfect episode. So, today we're getting wild. We got Lobo, so.
Why is the cork on the fork?
Love Lobo.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, Richard did say when I said to have you on, he said right. So
You said right. Okay.
I've spoken.
So he's on board for any question that does not involve Lobo unless it's Lobo sucks. And then he's right.
Yeah, and then isn't something how today a lot of our statements
See,
were
Chris?
about the main man.
Chris,
Dude, that's wicked. Where'd you get that?
that guy right there. Got me the main.
He's an awesome
The
dude.
main he is an awesome dude.
He's an awesome dude. That's a
Main
cool shirt.
shirt. Yeah.
Gotta love Lobo.
Except for Richard.
He's the epitome of everything that was wrong with the 90s comics, only funny.
Yes. Absolutely.
And quickly, one thing that Richard did say also: 7 Codex is the best comic YouTuber station.
Yep.
There you go. All right. Well, we can all get behind that.
We can all agree on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. Well, now it's time to show you our random panel of the week.
All
It's some
right.
Batman. And there is Batman, looking like a vampire, grabbing Alfred, and he says, "I have needs now, Alfred. Dirty, horrible needs."
My goodness.
No king shaming.
Yeah, no king shaming. Yeah.
Wow.
He looks like he's ready to bite Alfred, and fortunately, he has Alfred pretty low.
Alfred, yeah. Alfred's looking tasty, I think.
Yeah, Batman, he's even got he's got fangs out now, but yeah.
Yeah.
And we lost Chris.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. He said, thanks for the memories.
We were able to chat for a little bit, but there we go. So Batman has some dirty, horrible needs.
But don't we all?
Yeah, maybe they reminded Chris, wait, he has some dirty, horrible needs, so we had to go take care of those needs.
Yep.
And then we hope to have him
needs
back.
to be taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be back. Hopefully he won't be back during those horrible needs.
Mr. Keith says, yeah, I need dental work.
Mm-hmm.
Going for the Batman panel. Yeah, it
Nice.
certainly does. That would be definitely a need.
Looks like a Gene Colan Batman.
Yeah.
Looks like Gene Colan work, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm guessing he turned. In all honesty, I'm guessing he turned into some kind of vampire, or maybe turned into a bat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but yeah, certain panels can be taken really out of context. Yeah, that one. I have needs now, Alfred. Dirty, horrible needs.
Horrible needs.
And then that means once we get past the random panel of the week, it means it's time that we jump onto a list.
No.
Today, joining the F list, we have 2 characters.
Two.
We got next one. There we go. There's the 2. We got Anvil is the white one, and we have Hammer, who is the black one. Or maybe I should just say Anvil is the one who has an anvil on his shirt, and Hammer is the one who has a hammer on his shirt.
I think that's a good way to describe it.
So let me
Yeah.
take this that Hammer pounds anvil, I guess. Is that
Oh,
what it is?
well, Anvil looks like a bottom.
Yeah.
Well, that's very interesting because the 2 actually met in prison.
There you go.
But all right, so there's some more pictures of them. We see that they are connected by a chain link. You know, it's almost like they were cuffs. They're cuffs chained
They're
together.
cuffed?
Golden. Yep.
No king shaming. You know?
King saying,
So
look at him enjoying that. Looks like John. That looks like John Bernhardt.
Yeah.
So there
It is John Bernhardt.
There's old John Anvil, and then there's Hammer. Different
Hammer
angle.
don't hurt him.
And there they are with some other characters. Look at that. They're with some good ones. Like that. You got Captain Marvel there. You got Scorpion. You got Scarlet Witch. And you see them there. And now, who's that guy who's like trying to model in the background? There's one guy with
White Tiger.
White Tiger. He's trying to model.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
3D Man, Jack of Hearts, Scorpion. It looks like Miss Marvel, Armadillo,
Man.
Egghead. I guess that's Monica Rambeau.
Yeah. Huh.
And again, here they are when they broke out of prison. And you even see that Anvil says, so first we got a Hammer who says, "Sweet mama," he says, "Yeah, sweet mama, that freak wasn't kidding. I feel strong enough to take on an army." And then Anvil says, "Hell's bells, man. I feel strong enough to be an army."
Well,
Neither man notices the alien's departure.
crack the whip.
Yep, crack the whip.
You know, they've said that before.
Oh,
Yippee-ki-yay.
So, all right, guys. We have somebody who's joining us once again.
Hello.
Hello again, Chris. So now you're in time for the F list.
I
as
love
we have
Hammer and Anvil.
Hammer and Anvil. Today we're going to see if they go onto the F list, unless you want to defend these two buddies who met in prison. But so, would anybody like to take a guess as to the history of the duo of Anvil and Hammer?
Yeah, they're big Saturday Night Live fans, and they watched the ambiguously gay duo, and they thought, man, that looks like the job for me. So they modeled their costumes after it, and they decided to be connected by a pair of golden handcuffs, and that they
obviously,
went. Yeah,
obviously, Hammer's the pitcher and Anvil's the catcher.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Crack the whip.
Crack the whip. This is part of their sexual shenanigans. So that is, they were inspired by the Saturday Night Live cartoon. There you go.
All right, guys.
Sweet mama.
Let me get into a little bit of history of John Anvil, who is Anvil, and then Leroy Jackson, who is Hammer. They were created by Len Wein and Herb Trimpe. And
Herb Trimpe, yeah.
Herb Trimpe, and their first appearance was in the Incredible Hulk 182. So there you go. You went from the debuts of Wolverine to the debuts of Anvil and Hammer.
I believe that 182 is just as valuable as that 181.
Maybe. Wolverine had a couple panels in there.
Actually, yeah, Wolverine is on that first page. Yeah, the first big splash page is Wolverine is on it in 182.
It's a little bit of story. It starts off with John Anvil, who was a racist. He was put in prison, and then, since he was in prison, he eventually met Hammer. Of course, he did not like him. They did not like each other, but they were handcuffed together, and then they met an alien. And then as they were escaping prison, they meet this alien, and then Hammer thinks it's a good idea to shoot the alien. However, that helped heal the alien. So the alien said, "Oh, thank you," and gave them powers, and saw that they were cuffed together, so gave them the abilities together. So they must always fight, chain and handcuffed together, crack that whip together. They fought the Hulk, lost to the Hulk. They fought Spider-Woman, lost to Spider-Woman. They fought quite a few characters. They've actually been around for quite a while, usually losing fights. And like I said, but they always have to stay connected through that chain link. And they even feel each other's pain. So you beat up one of them, the other one feels the pain too. And what happened, how they fought the Hulk was, so they were in prison, and the Hulk met a guy named Crackerjack, who was the father of Hammer. Hammer's dad, who goes to the name of Crackerjack. So
Cracker.
So Crackerjack wanted to visit his son Hammer. The Hulk brings him into prison, and Hammer doesn't want anything to do with him. And his father accidentally touched the cuffs and died. So then that led to the fight, and that's what led to them fighting the Hulk. Eventually, they could be villains. Like I said, they've been around for a while. So this looks like that they were brought back, because this is newer than Scourge of the Underworld, because there they are. In Scourge of the Underworld, Hammer got shot in the face. And then,
Scourge was killing everybody. Every D-lister he can find.
I don't think that was the first time he'd been shot in the face.
And so he says, he's dead, but can't be. Those old prison days.
He's taken molten lead to the face before.
Yeah. Not his first rodeo.
Well, he got shot in the face, and Anvil says, "Wait, but if he dies, I die too." And he died.
That's how lovers should go.
So they died. Look at right in each other's arms.
The Hulk doesn't look like he cares.
No, the Hulk really didn't care at all. And the guys, they had some interesting nicknames too. For instance, Leroy Jackson, Hammer, obviously went by Hammer, but he had the father who was named Crackerjack. But Johnny Anvil had a more interesting name, because Johnny Anvil was called Bright Boy by Hammer at one point, and he was also called Flathead by the Hulk. As you saw,
Flathead in the prison is what he's called.
Or just bitch.
And hey, well, They're dead now.
Do we have respect for them because they're dead?
No. They're
No.
still bad. I still want to put them on the F list.
And now you're going to bury them on the F list.
Yeah, that's right. They can be on there together. There's all kinds of characters on the F list, so we could have two guys, cuffed together for the rest of their lives together.
Nothing wrong with that.
on the
Even
F list.
death, apparently.
So were they cuffed when they weren't fighting? Were they constantly cuffed?
It always appeared that they were always cuffed.
Okay.
Yeah. So I never. There's no mention of when they
Make
weren't.
going to the bathroom a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Can you
Can I
wipe,
get some privacy?
There's a
Can
lot
you
of
wipe-
pain there with these guys.
can you wipe this for me?
Dude, I'm trying to go. Quit looking at me.
And then, hey, actually, you know what? Could you look at this?
Hey guys, I gotta drop off for a minute, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Mike. No problem.
Right, Mikey.
So that takes care of our F list of old Anvil and Hammer. They joined the list. Yeah.
Anvil
Well,
and Hammer
Yeah, I
speak
think
of a really interesting time in comic books where, which was the 70s, and it was also an interesting time in cinema. And Marvel was really, really good at sampling everything in cinema, and that included, low budget action films and blaxploitation. And this represents both of those genres wrapped up into a single pair of crappy characters.
Yeah.
well, and with the handcuffed together, kind of was it Heat of the Night with Poitier and Curtis,
I believe so.
where they were escaped convicts together, and they were
No, that wasn't Heat of the Night. That was,
Well, I can't remember.
but I know what movie you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, it does. It does. It is the plot to a film.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like you did say, yeah, because I did notice, like you said, the blaxploitation stuff, how they were in comic books. I don't know if it's in this one. Okay. But in other panels, I saw the way that they had Hammer Jackson speak was, yo, and the way he sounded very uneducated, whereas even though Anvil stinks, he sounded a little more educated than him. And, even just, his dad is Crackerjack Jackson, like, okay, come on.
Yeah, I think that's a bit much.
Yeah. And then, too, for the one character to be named Johnny Anvil, like, okay, maybe there's the other guy, something Hammer. No, he's just Leroy Jackson, and then he just is called Hammer just because. And he just randomly wears.
Just because.
Yeah, just because.
Well,
Just
when you
wears
got
a
to
hand.
come up with a villain of the month,
Yeah.
on the monthly,
Well, Chris,
sometimes they're not going to be the best.
so I don't know if you're here for, what their first appearance is?
I believe it was a Hulk, wasn't it?
182.
Yeah.
Right after, you Wolverine. That was he's still.
I used to have it. I had 181, 182. I had 180, 181, and 182 at one point.
So you got rid of your first appearance of Hammer and Anvil.
Oh,
I did. It was almost as hard as getting rid of my first appearance of Wolverine, but
Yeah, I know. It's
not
tough.
quite. It did scar me a little.
Hey, here we are to remind you. You come on this show to have a good time, and then I'm sorry for bringing trauma back to your life that you got rid of the
That's
first
right.
appearance of
He keeps
Hammer and
putting the
Anvil.
picture back up. You keep re-traumatizing me.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep cracking that whip.
That's
Yeah, he does.
horrible. Is that Nikki to the right from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Yeah. So, like I said, they fought the Guardians of the Galaxy, they fought the Hulk, Spider,
Okay.
all these characters, but they just still stink.
They look like Starhawk's legs there.
Yeah.
The yellow and blue.
Yep.
Yeah, look at you. All right, whose knee is that?
Good eye. Yeah.
Whose knee is that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, there we go.
Who in there has a green costume?
Besides Nikki, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is older. You can see like the coloring is kind of off, so maybe it was actually it could have even
Well,
been-
you know what? Maybe it was Charlie 27's member. He's from Jupiter. They were green there.
It was Charlie 27's hammer.
Yeah. There you
And
go.
that's what brought these guys there. You know?
You know, 27 isn't a numerical designation. It's a length.
That's the length. It's a girth.
It's,
What these guys came out of prison to see.
Yeah. There you go.
They got used to it in their days, so they came to see it.
And look at that big wood behind them.
Yeah. And they went. They cut through
Charlie
that wood together.
27's.
Yeah.
They cut through that wood together.
Yes, they did.
They double teamed it.
Well, you know what? Good for them. Teamwork makes the dream work.
So they're going into the F list?
Wait a minute. Go back to that panel. Just 1 second.
Let's see. You mean that one?
Okay. Lost in jubilation, neither man notices the alien's departure. So I for a minute there, I thought it said neither man notices the alien's tentacle. But, you know, I don't know what I was thinking.
No,
That
they,
would have been so much better.
they probably noticed that though.
Yeah,
Some
it's all right.
Japanese manga.
And we got some comments too.
Some
Yeah,
shit was about to go down.
Mr. Richard had said there was no defending these guys. Yeah,
Nice.
Mr. Keith said okay, but how much does this weird chain cost? You got to get it from an alien. You have to shoot the alien that will heal. That will actually heal the alien, and then he'll give you the powers. And
The
Richard says,
power to be bonded for life. Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
them on the F list.
Richard says keep them on the F list. Yes.
Well, they're on the dead list, but yeah, keep them on the F list too. Oh, they're on their Mormon mission. Wow.
Can we talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
And Richard says, their backstory gets worse and worse. Yeah, it wasn't a good backstory.
Go to the back shots.
Is their vehicle yeah,
Tandem
vehicle,
bicycle.
tandem bicycle?
Nice.
I wouldn't be
Nice.
surprised. Yeah. Later he gets better by being cuffed by Lobo,
Well,
cuffed with Lobo,
well.
and then Richard says, how high were the writers who created these two?
They were pretty high. Did you see Len Wein?
Len
back in the
Wein
70s?
looks. Yeah, Len Wein looks like he has tasted the devil's lettuce.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely.
He's inhaled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who was it?
He's
Chris.
more than dabbled.
Chris. I think Chris has stories about Jim Starlin telling him how high he used to get.
He did tell me plenty of stories about the man.
Yeah. Well, the only heroes get stopped by a light pole. There you go.
So there you go. I think we said everybody agrees. We agree. And Almighty Mike agrees with us, and we have the crowd that agrees that Anvil and Hammer shall remain on the F list. And Chris should have kept his first appearance of them because it might be worth a full $3.
Actually, it would be worth more than that because it is that
Wolverine. Yeah.
Wolverine.
It is technically the third
appearance.
appearance of Wolverine, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It is the third appearance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I have a soft spot for him just because I like a lot of really bad 70s characters. But they absolutely belong on the F list. I mean, they're just awful.
Oh yeah, I said of course. There's no part of me that cares for these characters that like okay, good. I have them on the F list. We can talk about them, but like I said, they're horrible.
Yeah, at least they're not like heavy flow level F list, but they
You know she has to be mentioned in every episode.
I was just thinking, I thought we were going to get through
It's
this.
not just her powers, but that she always aimed for people's mouths.
I thought we were going to get through this episode without thinking heavy flow. God damn it.
That's the problem.
Hey, I tried
had
not
with
to. I didn't mention her.
It was
Wow.
always a glug, glug, glug coming out of it. When the guy got hit by it, you're like, no!
You know, we're talking about things in drips and drabs, and then it leads to heavy
Drips and
flow.
drabs.
You know, Uncle Gary's like, we gotta have Chris on the show, and then you pull heavy flow on him.
Yeah, then you open the floodgates. You open the flow gates.
So to speak.
It happens. She will always haunt us. She will always find her way back.
She's frightening.
Eric Larson. God. Just
And he makes all his
the
characters
hell's
from
wrong with
Chicago. They're all from Chicago by name.
well, yeah, just like you, all you characters from Chicago are a little bit off.
A little bit.
A little bit off.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's that
Yeah,
Illinois off.
I won't debate that.
I was born in Illinois. I know.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was born in England, but raised in Illinois. So
I'm aware of the weirdness that goes on there.
Mm-hmm.
People do truly worship corn in Illinois.
Did you say porn?
Corn.
Corn porn.
Corn.
Mm-hmm. Corn.
some vegetable lovers, huh?
With a C. Vegetable lovers.
The Children of the Corn.
Great film.
Yeah.
Not
All
the
right,
30 movies that spawned off of it, but that one's pretty good.
Just that first, yeah. Well, I haven't seen the others, so I really shouldn't put them down. But well, I don't have high hopes for.
There are some that are decent, but none of them are good.
Children of the Corn 7. I have not seen.
There's one where Isaac comes back. That's not too bad. That creepy little kid.
Yeah, all right.
And they made him just as creepy an adult on this film. He's pretty good. It's not too bad. The rest of them you can pass on.
Oh yeah, I think I will.
Unless you like really bad horror films, which I do. So
There's so many films to watch, so I think I'm at the point where I try to skip over the bad ones now. Try to. Sometimes there are certain ones, and I think they're gonna be good, and it's that wasn't
most of those bad ones get Oscars.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, that's what happens sometimes. I'm like, oh, this just won a lot of awards, and then I'm like, yeah, why? And why did I watch it? And
The year I
watched,
I don't remember the year when The Piano won an Oscar. I was like, what the hell is this film? And I rented it, and I'm like, this is garbage. It's basically porn. She's buying her piano keys back with sex. What is going on with this film? Who wrote this trash? But
somebody probably won an award.
And it did. It did.
Yeah.
And Holly Hunter got naked. So Harvey could tell. Yeah.
English Patient. Beautifully filmed. Longest snooze fest I've ever watched. It's just awful. It's just
I hate my points with it. I mean, I heard a lot of hype. I didn't hate it, but I mean, I went through. I was like, because I'm trying to think what it was up against. If it beat Fargo, and I really like Fargo, so I was like,
Fargo was excellent.
Yeah, it was.
I'm a huge fan. Yeah,
well written.
So not too sure if you know this, Chris, but actually, in the 4th season, they filmed it in Illinois, and I got shot in it.
Dude, that's awesome. Did they squib you?
Oh, yep. So yeah, they got blood on me. I had a shave, and I only had a mustache on it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes,
that is really rad. That's awesome.
Super fan of it. I was like, I just want to at least be on it, even if it's one day or something. So I did work on it a bit. So yeah,
that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
One day I'll send you a picture. Be like, there I am. They're walking over my shot body.
Man, I've always wanted to do a squib pack. Those are so cool.
So yeah, for that one, for me, since it was more one day they painted us, like put the blood on and had it, and then the next day the filming it was without the blood, and then say, okay, you go down and
okay, yeah, that's really cool though. That's fascinating. That's an experience to have too.
Yeah, I suppose because I've worked on like extra work and stand-in work, but that because I'm a huge fan of it meant a lot more to me.
That's really neat.
All right, guys.
You been on any movies, Gary?
No.
I mean, any that aren't X-rated?
Listen, those were special cinema.
Only for a few eyes to see, not for the public.
No.
Well, guys, let's jump on to our topic of the week this week. All right, so the topic of the week is who was the best new character in comics this year?
Chris, I goofed up. I thought it was best nude character, and I made a mistake. It's best new character, NEW.
Well, since you thought it was that, there's one character who could be
there you go.
up for that best nude character. But for me,
wow,
my favorite new character who debuted is the wonderful Wolverine. He's also called Leonard Two Bears. And he's a part of the story, The Last Wolverine. It's going with the Age of Revelation. So I immediately jumped, okay, let me check this out. And I really like him. I think he's a cool character. As you obviously see, he's like the Wendigo, but he's a Wolverine. He was trained by, Logan Wolverine, and he's a good guy. He helps out, and he's unlike Wolverine, he's like super nice, and I actually like him. I like
Well,
him.
Wolverine kept him from turning into a flesh-eating Wendigo.
So yeah, Wolverine helped him out, and then of course the Wolverine went
Interesting.
bad,
Mhm.
and there it is. I've got that first appearance.
There you go.
And
That
that's
is
Wolverine.
awesome.
So I'm a fan, and I hope to see a whole lot more of old Leonard Two Bears. And Chris, I know you jumped on like a kind of last minute. I know we kind of just said okay about the review, but is there any new characters or even newer characters that kind of stand out?
Absolutely.
To
You know, Gary and I were talking about this earlier, and we were looking at Hyde Street characters, but I got to looking, and they came out in 2024. So I redialed. I started looking at stuff, and I
But not all
realized
the Hyde Street characters came out. I mean, weren't they released later in the year? Like they all weren't in the beginning of Hyde Street.
according to the wiki I looked at, they all came out in 2024.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I went with Kid Eternity 2, who I really like. She's currently the host of the Spectre, which is where they left it before they switched over to this year one stuff going on. But I really like her character. I like that she can channel the powers of deceased superheroes and, get advice from them and talk to them, from the spirit world. I think she's a cool character. I don't really think she's got any staying power. I hope she does. But Kid Eternity has always been kind of a throwaway character.
Yeah, kind of quirky, and Keeper, who kind of manages him.
Yeah, Master Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of
And
interesting.
He was the inspiration for a Notebook.
Yeah.
The Trapper Keeper. Yeah, that was the inspiration back in the 70s.
He patented it.
Patented.
Well, the 70s did have some
My
interesting
name on it.
characters.
There you go. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't get my. I forgot to tell Sonny who it was. Yes, so I think the new Kid Eternity is an interesting character to be sure. So I went with Redcoat. Had a character that they finally debuted. He'd been talked about, but we hadn't seen him until this year, and was the Northerner. And the Northerner is someone who seems to be immortal, like Simon Pure is, but he is a Union soldier, and he's an African American Union soldier, and but he seems more like he has more knowledge of the future that's going to happen than Simon Pure Redcoat has. So it's he's trying to motivate Simon Pure to do the right thing, and Simon Pure is just he is unmotivated to do anything to do a whole lot to risk himself. So it's an interesting dynamic between the Northerner and between Redcoat Simon Pure. So I thought the Northerner was a really interesting character. There's a whole lot of mystery to him still, and the whole First Ghost stuff is still up in the air, that they haven't revealed. That when the First Ghost was first revealed in the White House, so all that's leading to it. But the Northerner is part of this march onward to figure these things out. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of him.
Cool.
I absolutely have. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Are you getting Redcoat, Chris?
No, but I do. I absolutely have to check out the collected works, because it sounds like it's right up my alley.
Yeah, there's 2 trades for it out right now. It's
Yep.
very good. Brian Hitch and Jeff Johns is writing it, and Brian Hitch is illustrating it.
I love Brian Hitch's art.
Mm-hmm. It's
It's
really
awesome.
good.
He is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He
So,
did an Ultimates run, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
So anybody, if there's any new characters that you love, let us know. Put it in the comments. Let us know who was your favorite new character to debut this year in 2025. Like I said, mine was the wonderful Wolverine, Leonard Two Bears. Chris, you went with Kid Eternity, and Uncle Gary, you had gone with the Northerner. And look who has come back just in time.
There he
Glad to
is.
have you back.
I'm back.
He was doing research to figure out which character he was going to use.
The handsome man with the plan.
I still don't have a character.
You still got time. There's still a couple weeks left in the year.
Okay. Give me a little time. I'll have one before the end of the year.
If he has to create it himself.
Yes.
Here's
It
my-
still counts.
Just holds up a stick drawing.
I just went to the bathroom and created this character. Mr.
You think I've been for the past 20 minutes?
He reminds me of a Savage Dragon character.
Yeah, I know.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Dung.
Yeah.
He belongs on the F list.
If it's a bodily function, of course it's a Savage Dragon character. Has there been Mr. Urine yet? I mean, he's got to have a piss ball or something.
I call him Splatty.
I need to look. Because there's still a few nasty Savage Dragon characters that I haven't found the list yet. I'm like, okay, I don't want to just do Savage Dragon every week. But
Every week.
So many.
You know what? I can't. He's got a character called Jizz.
Does he?
Really?
I'm just saying.
There's somewhere along the
White
line.
out.
Jizz, white out. I like it. Spackle.
The eraser.
Yeah, we've had a few. There's been a few erasers. Even some. Yeah, Marvel had one at DC. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right, but everybody. So now, I think it's time. I'm ready. If you guys are ready to review Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special. Okay.
And this book says, warning, contains bad taste in the form of ultra-violence, icon bashing, and the finger. More offensive than Christmas usually is. That's all you need to know.
Usually.
I thought it said more offensive than Chris usually is.
Oh, well. That's
No,
hard
it's
to do.
not.
They weren't talking
that's-
about the smell, fellas.
That's hard to do. Mm-mm-mm.
Then for
The
this,
finger.
I didn't finger.
It is a great book.
let me just start off with some of the credits here, with the writers being Keith Giffen and Alan Grant, the pencil being Simon Beasley, and also the inker as well. And then the colorist was Laverne Kinzerski. The letters by Gasper Saladino, and the editor was Dan Raspler. Okay, who would like to get us started?
It has to be Uncle Gary because he's the
All right,
he's the main man.
All right, with
Taylor
apologies.
Man.
With apologies to Richard, right here. Main man. The Lobo Paramilitary
Main
Christmas Special. This book is to Christmas comics what Bad Santa is to Christmas movies.
Nicely.
You know, it is a must-read experience. And, you read it and you go, oh, my God. You read it another page, you go, oh, my God. And you read it again and go, oh, my God. There are I struggle with this because how much do we give away? How much do we not give away? Lobo is contracted to kill Santa Claus. And Chris wanted me to tell him who contracted him, but I didn't do it because I thought that it gave too much away, that it's a great reveal. And I think Chris is glad I didn't tell him.
Yeah, I am.
He called me, goes, that's who contracted him? I said, yeah, that's who did it, bitter bastard. And so it's just great. He's contracted to kill Santa. And Santa, he gets there, and the elves, there is elf carnage like has never been depicted in the annals of comic history. There are elf body parts, eyes, heads, jaws, pieces everywhere.
Pieces of elf.
Bullets ripping through skulls. It's so awesome.
Oh my God! And just it is just brutality to the nth level. And then we get to, I told people when I tell people about this book, I tell them 4 words: Santa, Lobo, knife fight. That's what you get. So, and Santa is not a nice dude. The elves have serious grievances against Santa, and they're too scared. They're too scared to file them. So
Chris the Crusher Kringle.
Yeah, Crusher Kringle, and he's not scared of Lobo either. So that tells you how bad he is.
He's like an old biker dude.
Yeah, definitely like an old biker dude. So they have an epic knife fight, and it is just comic holiday Christmas mayhem. And then there's a framing sequence with a family, that is real messed up too. They tell this story of, they're telling the story about Lobo because they need to pacify their children that may kill them. So it's just twisted on so many levels. And I personally got to talk to Simon Bisley about it, and he couldn't express how much fun he had writing that book. And he has gotten so much, so much attention of that book that everybody loves it. So I thoroughly enjoy it so much that I buy this book whenever I see it, because it's very, very affordable. The single issues that y'all were holding up, very, very affordable. And I buy them and stockpile them so I can give them as gifts, and I think Mike does the same thing. Mike gave Sonny his copy. I just gave Chris his copy. So it's one of those books that if I see it at a show, I'm buying it. It'll go to somebody eventually. So I usually have 3 or 4 at a time.
It's a great Christmas gift too.
Yeah,
It is.
For all ages.
For all ages.
For 3-year-olds.
Grandma, you love this.
For 3-year-olds that love Santa, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah. So it's just great. Like I said, it's the bad Santa of comics.
Nicely put. I think that's a perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
So, for me, jumping on the story, when you mentioned that family, the nasty family, even they look different. The artwork even almost looks different with them. But then you jump onto the Lobo story. For me, I think that Lobo story is perfect with them. Yes, it's dark and it's nasty and super violent, but it is so fun. We got Lobo and you got Dog and
Dog.
Starts
Dog
singing.
even sang.
Yeah, Dog even sings and even bites a head off. So it's good, wild, carnage fun. For me, I'd say the only thing is the family in the beginning / also at the end. They're the only part that kind of threw me off, because I don't they are so bad that I hate them. As even though they look nasty, I'm they're the only part that I kind of would have rather had them out and have more time for Lobo, because that strife with the artwork was perfect. I felt just the way the whole Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special for Lobo's whole part was perfect the way it was.
Yeah. And I like how the person who wants Santa dead has history with Lobo.
Yes.
They have that they they had a run in earlier in life when Lobo was young.
And also to the penguins. I thought they
the penguins
I want to join his gang, and everyone's like fag.
Listen, and what's more wholesome than Lobo using Santa's sled to throw nuclear warheads at people, delivering warheads to people on the naughty list.
The deer are like, shh, you want to live or not?
Yeah. I think one of them stood up to him. It didn't go well.
Yeah.
And like you said, of course that fight with Lobo and Santa, and Santa was the one you're gonna shoot me, and now you're gonna fight like a man, and then with his weapon, and like I said, it's brutal.
The blades.
The blades, and a brutal fight, a good fight, and like you guys said, that Santa reminded, like I said, like an old biker.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminded, he was. Chris Crusher Kringle was a bit different, and then he even got
monkey
somebody Rudolph the mutant reindeer in there.
Yeah.
No, I'll never help you. You're naughty.
Chris, you got anything to add to it?
Well, Santa reminded me. Well, I love the story. It was fantastic. Of course, it's over the top fun. Beasley's art, I like it better when it's painted. I didn't think that it was effective using standard coloring techniques on his art. I prefer it when it's Beasley's painted art. But it didn't really take away from the story.
No,
it's fantastic. The old Santa reminds me of the old one-legged biker man I used to buy weed from in Tennessee. He looks just like him, only he's got 2 legs. So, it was great. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed reading it. I appreciate you giving it to me, Gary. It's an excellent gift for Christmas, and
you appreciated the book too.
Oh yeah, the book was nice too. You gave it to me and the book, yeah.
And the book.
And my wife, when I was reading it, my wife was trying to figure out what I was laughing at so hard.
Did you show her? Yeah. And
Yeah.
she wasn't amused either, right?
Not at all. The
Not at all.
gratuitous violence in it is what makes it fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just so over the top and
It's why
ridiculous.
chicks don't like the Three Stooges.
Oh, exactly. My mother used to not let us watch the Three Stooges because it was too violent. But every time she left the house, my father would put the Three Stooges on. So it was that constant battle.
Yeah. Well, I think so too. Mikey, what you got, buddy?
Yeah, I think just all around, it's just a great, it's great fun, and it's the kind of stuff that comes out once every 10 years or something like that. They'll put out a comic that they just go, F it. I'm throwing this at the wall. I'm just gonna see what sticks, and this is one of those books.
Instant classic.
Instant classic, yes.
It's highly enjoyable.
Yeah, so this was a story on the very first year of the Codex station, / Codex podcast, 2021. When it came to December, so let's review some kind of Christmas comic book. And I picked Lobo Paramilitary Christmas, and somehow it didn't happen. And the next year, and year after year, somehow we didn't get it. And this year, Mike, when you sent me the comic, I said, okay, that's a sign that this is the year we are going to review this comic book.
Such a great cover, too.
Now we get to it. And now it was nice to read it in the actual comic book form as opposed to digitally.
Online. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Online sucks.
So for me, I love this comic book. I thought the one thing, well, like I said, I just didn't care for the husband and wife in the beginning and the end. Did my one little mark off. But other than that, like I said, the Lobo story is super fun. I really highly recommend it. It's awesome every time. It's just awesome regular to read it. But especially around this time of year for Christmas, I think this is an awesome story. And I, Sonny Kruger on the Codex podcast and the Codex station, give Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special a 9.5 out of 10.
All right.
Who would like to go next?
Okay, very good. Well, I'll say that I think the story, the framing sequence, I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. I think the story is an absolute 10 out of 10. I think the art, Bisley, Bisley would not. He needs a character like Lobo to draw. Bisley on Superman would be horrible, right? But on Lobo, where it's just gritty and it's nasty and it's filthy and it's dirty, it was just perfect. So I think it's a 10 out of 10 on that. So it is the holiday season, and I think this is the perfect holiday Christmas degenerate book. So I'm going to give it 10 out of 10.
All right. Chris, how about you?
Well, I'm going to have to give it I loved it. I love the story. Gary said the storyline is a 10 out of 10. Beasley's art in it, like I mentioned earlier, hits the eye funny using standard printing techniques instead of his painting. So I think that would just deduct it a little. I'd give it a 9.5 as well. It's an incredibly wonderful story. It's fun. It's over the top. It's not something you want to, be caught reading.
Elf heads are popping.
It's amazingly cool. So yeah, I'll give it a 9.5.
Nice.
Mike, how about you?
I think I'm going to just follow Uncle Gary's lead and give it a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It is the perfect Christmas story.
It is. Agreed.
It's almost as good as Nakatomi Tower.
Nakatomi Tower. Yep.
That's a good 1-2 punch right there, man.
Yep.
And for Gary, I think, like you said, was best the Bad Santa of comic books. Was that
Bad Santa comics. Yes, it is.
So there you go. Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special. The guys in the bottom say 9.5 out of 10. And the guys on the top give it a 10 out of 10.
That's an average of 9.75 then, right?
Yep, that works.
It's a fantastic book.
Awesome story.
Highly recommend.
Everybody
And,
check out.
and the other thing it's got going for it, it's affordable, people.
Yep.
It's affordable.
It's affordable. It's not too long. A good length.
Yep.
And like I said, it's just carnage. It's fun. It's violent. It's funny. And yeah, Lobo was
There's a lot to look
to
at.
me, man. Yeah.
There's a lot to study.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is his head like, oh, look at that bullet.
the eyes out and the arms ripped off and everything, and the pile of
Insane.
elves.
Heads are removed from bodies.
Heads are popping.
It's good
Heads are
stuff.
popping. Heads are popping.
Yeah.
Elf mayhem. You've never seen a pile of dead elves like you see here.
And the most brutal Santa Claus fight I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Chris Crusher Kringle, he was ready to throw down with the main man.
Yeah, and he wasn't scared.
Nope.
He didn't stutter. No.
Not at all. Didn't back down.
No, he didn't back down.
So everybody check out Lobo Paramilitary Christmas Special. And if you have, let us know what you think. Do you agree with our ratings? Do you think it's perfect 10 out of 10? Or do you think it's almost perfect 9.5? Or is your rating completely different?
Richard is 0.0.
He's giving it a negative.
If
Richard, not a Lobo fan?
he hates Lobo because Lobo kicked Dexter. Yeah, so Richard loves Dexter. So if Santa had killed Lobo, I think it would have been a 10 out of 10 for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd have been happy then.
All right, everybody. So that shall wrap up this episode of the Codex Podcast. Remember, before we'll wait to the very end of the show to tell everybody what we've got, what we're dripping with. Uncle Gabe, would you like to tell everybody what we've got?
What we're tripping with, what we're dripping with, what
we're
we
dripping
have,
with and what we want to
everyone. And when you see Chris, you know
The
that
hypees.
when we recruit people, we get them
He's
that
dripping
are
with
positively dripping with the socials. We're infected with them. What we'd like to do is give them to you, baby.
I got a combination of the Ghana and leprosy.
That's a hell of a combo.
It's a hell of a mix.
They don't have a medicine for that.
Told
But
some
you know
lady
what?
she could keep the tip.
It's not going to heal you, but you could wear a cool shirt while you're all hurt and sick. You can get some Codex merch. You can meet the team and so much more at www.thecodexstation.com. And if you're on Facebook, feel free to join Comic Character of the Day, and that is where most of us met. Good fun every single day on there. And then, of course, the Codex Station has more shows coming up. Tomorrow is Comic Character of the Week. And who are you guys taking on tomorrow?
A little bit of magic, baby. Zatanna.
Sweet. Love those fishnets.
She's
Who
a great
doesn't?
character.
Fishnets and top hat, and she can keep that top hat on.
Check out some of the best covers of Zatanna, some of her best comic books, the best writers, best moments. So
Best spells.
yes, check it out. And thank you, Mr. Keith. This is a great show. I give that a star.
My little Zatanna kind. I'll mention this tomorrow too. So Zatanna, who was the daughter of Zatara. So I always like to say to people, if they think, I really think Zatara the magician. If there's anybody that thinks he's a really cool character, says, you know what, I dig Zatara so much, I'm gonna collect all of his appearances. Well, sucks for you because his first appearance is Action 1.
Oh,
So that was $9.2 million or something?
Yeah, for the first, I paid $9.2 million. No, that's Superman 1.
Is it Superman 1?
Yeah, that has $9.2 million.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when there's an Action 1 of that caliber, it'll go above that. But yeah, the book Chris has by him, Action 1, first appearance of Zatara.
That's
there's
crazy.
still millions.
I always liked Zatanna when I was a kid. I loved trying to read the spells backwards. It was fun. Yeah, I liked her as a character. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Really cool.
Yes, everybody,
Find out what
everything's
I'm-
Santa tomorrow on Comic Character of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you say? And then of course this Saturday, Comics Unleashed, and of course the Codex Station's Comic Awards are coming up, and that will be on Comics Unleashed's episode on December
20th. Yep, Saturday the 20th.
And then next week, December 17th, will be the last episode of 2025 of the Codex Podcast.
Sweet.
So look to kick off to leave 2025 in style. So again, everyone, thank you guys for joining me. Uncle Gary, Mighty Mike, Chris guesting on the show. Maybe we'll see
Thanks for having me.
We'll see a bit more in 2026 on the Codex
I hope so.
Podcast.
I hope
Are you
so.
threatening our viewers?
Are you threatening me?
Yes.
Whatever
Only
you need.
with
I'll do it.
goodness. With some nasty, like Batman. Batman has some dirty, horrible needs, and some
So do we.
with some dirty, horrible.
So do we. We all have dirty,
Goodness.
horrible
Pretty
needs.
horrible needs. Don't be ashamed of them.
Yeah.
No kink
here.
shaming. That's right.
No
No
kink
kink shaming
No
on the
kink
Codex station. That's right.
So with that, we say everybody take care, and I'll see you next week on an episode of the
Good night,
Codex
everyone. God
Podcast.
bless.